Windscale, the pride of Britain. Nestled in the picturesque Lake District, the state-of-the-art atom plant has transformed this rugged landscape into the envy of its northern neighbors. Scientific progress waits for no one, and
the public has nothing to fear.
The area will be reopened by Christmas at the latest.
The situation is more complex than was at first understood.
No military expeditions into the area have been lost. Where did you get such an idea?
Perhaps by experts. No more reconnaissance flights! The interference field is bringing down aircraft like clay pigeons!
Let me be clear. Our experts are monitoring the situation, and I would urge everyone to remain calm. The situation in Cumberland is well in hand.
Is anybody there? I need help. Who are you? What are you doing in here? I thought this place was secure. Where's Dr. Powell? You don't know. Lying here in a sealed bunker inside the quarantine zone, and you don't know. Damn it, listen. I'll help you. Explain what I can. But I need your help in return, all right? You're trapped in the quarantine zone around the Windscale atom plant. That's where it all went wrong. The only way to Windscale is through the interchange. You'll need my key card, or you'll never get in. There are people, people who will help you escape, but they won't do it for free. I've lost so much blood. I can't think straight. There should be supplies nearby. Alcohol and rest. Stop the bleeding, please. Hurry, please. It hurts like the devil. Bloody thieves. They call themselves. Probably got Dr. Powell too. Please, a bandage. Please help me. Hurry, please. Please, a bandage. Please help me. Please, a bandage. Please help me. Thank you. Delaying the inevitable, I'm afraid. But at least I can think more clearly now. Here's my key card. It will get you out of here and into the interchange. It doesn't matter what else happens. As long as the truth of this place gets out. Here are my notes. Everything I remember. It's not much, but it's all I can do. Now listen. There's still every chance that something bad may happen to me, and you shouldn't be here when it does. If I can ever repay you for helping me, I will. But for your own safety, you should go. Leave me. Go now. It's rare to find anyone who has the slightest spark of kindness in this place. It may help you to survive. I hope so.
Quarantine protocol is in effect. This door must remain sealed. Emergency access has been granted.
Now, no point in hiding, chum. I'm between you and the exit. You tagged me, but I tagged you a bloody sight worse. Show your face. Let's get it over with, eh? Come out, come out. Tea's getting cold. Off with you, or you'll regret it. Go on, get out of it. There you are. And stay away if you don't want to end up dead. You! I see you! And don't come back, neither! I see you! Clear off! You're not wanted here! Now then, let's have no trouble. How do? Where did you come from then? Say, you do look a little the worse for wear. You've got luck on your side, not getting snatched out by something foul while you were dozing. Listen, if you don't mind my saying, you don't look much like a local. You didn't walk in from, well, from the outside. You what? Boffins all died when their atom plant went up in flames. Not seen any of them for 5 years. Only outlaws and loons round here now. And you'll want to give them all a wide berth. You poor bugger. You can't remember now, can you? This place? The quarantine zone. That's what the soldiers called it. Just sort of stuck after a while. It's this big old chunk of land inside the walls. They put those buggers up fast enough when it all went to clag in here. My name's Nat, by the way. Forgive me being curious of strangers. This place has been off for years. There've been strange happenings. You have to be careful who you trust. Not civilized round here anymore, just savages that roam about. And a few survivors, like myself. Things have been bad ever since the government built that plant across the water. Shady, secret stuff them scientists were up to. Whatever they were doing, they were right keen to bury it when it went wrong. Listen, I overheard them once, the blokes in noddy suits. The ones that appeared right after the disaster, talking about their quarantine. How they had to seal the place. Said something about an interchange, a secret project. But I should stop talking before I get carried away. Now personal. I can be a right chatterbox, that's all. It's what they chucked me out of the village for, the buggers. Aye? Well, I was speaking truth. From a certain point of view. Wyndham has not been civilized since the soldiers moved in. Running the place like prison camp, calling themselves protocol. I can point you to it, but I've no desire to return. You ask me, those that stayed might have done better out here. Now, I'm not sure I should be saying out more to a stranger. So long. Watch yourself around here, aye? Nice and slow now. Hell's teeth. Ah. I'm hurt bad. You bug.
Hello? Who's out there? Stay back. What you... Who knows what might have followed you in? You're seriously asking me that? Just look at what it's like out there. Look, if you've a question about these caves, I can help. I don't know much about out else, though. Supplies I could trade, if that's what you're after. Well, this tunnel's part of the old cart route. What's left of it, any road. It's like a loop, takes you in and out of S.T.A.L.K.E.R. The Dale's busy with outlaws, so watch yourself if you go that way. Oh, and there's a fenced-off way, goes into the soldiers' territory. S.T.A.L.K.E.R, that is. Can't recommend that. Not unless you're keen to get yourself shot or burned to a crisp. You know, I must say, it's nice to talk to someone. Someone who's properly here, that is. Not just a voice in my head. Interchange? Now why does that ring a bell? I'm sorry. My memory ain't what it were. Mayhap it'll come back to me. I can tell you my story, I suppose. I used to work this mine. No, but your run-of-the-mill slate mine. Until they found summer in one of the workings. Next thing we know, we're up to our necks in white coats and khaki. Made to sign the Official Secrets Act. Even though we know now and been told less. Few years later, something goes properly wrong at that factory thing they built across the mere. And now, here I am living in a hole. Go outside? Outside there's 101 things that'd kill you as soon as look at you. Worst I have to contend with in here is some bats. Good trading, thank you. Come back if you're around. Might have something new I can trade with you. Oh. Said that out loud, did I? But, exactly that. Well, voices, but... Well, now, you really are a... Usually, you see, the voices tell me when someone's coming. No, wait. I'm not evil. Just, it's like this, you see. They chatter away. Sometimes they're only whispers. Hard to make out most of the time, but other times they whisper about places. Hidden, secret places. Sometimes I think they're whispering from such places. Or maybe I'm there, listening to them. Lord, I shouldn't be... I wonder... Perhaps if you can find it and open it. Listen, I used to work these mines. The biggest one, the boffins took over when they arrived, started building something inside. Now, what did they call the place? But yes. Interchange. That was it. And I've heard the voices say that name. I'm sure I have. They closed up the old mine entrance, but I suppose they must have hidden a new one elsewhere. Mayhap the voices are ghosts, trapped inside. Mayhap opening a way to them will make the voices happy. Mayhap they'll leave me alone then. A few months back, people outside the walls sent in a convoy. All soldiers and that. They'd have been heading to the interchange, I'm sure. Didn't get far, of course. They were an ambush. Could hear the screaming a mile away. You'd maybe find some clues if you search through wreckage. I'll mark the spot for you. It's not really me you need to trust, I suppose. It's the voices. Bye. You be careful out there.
Hello. I've not seen you before, have I? Welcome. Right, I've got a quick question for you. It might seem a bit blunt, but I've learned it avoids confusion later. You're not going to try and kill me, are you? Excellent answer. I can see we're going to get along like an house on fire. You're new around here, aren't you? Bootsy never forgets your face. And I haven't seen yours before. And you're not in uniform, which means you're not one of us, army lot. Protocol now, that's what we go by. Well, this region you're in is our land for a start. We took over an old RAF place. Good and secure. We see off any threats from there. Take warning now. Outlaws have tried it on in the past. And it's made the patrols here in Skedamore a bit trigger-happy. If you've plans to wander about, be careful. Soldiers won't tell you from the next bugger, and they'll shoot before they ask. Now then, if it's supplies you're after, then Bootsy's your man. I'm Corporal Bootsy, by the way. Hello. I can get my hands on stuff for trade that the folks in the village can't. You didn't know? Blimey, you're a proper babe in the woods, aren't you? Hey, by the way, don't go in the woods. It isn't safe. Anyway, yeah, the village, it's just up the way. I'll mark it for you. If you visit mine, don't cause no trouble, all right? The captain runs a tight ship, you see. Yeah, but everywhere's dangerous in the zone. The trick round here is to stay away from our outposts, then you should be all right. There's our camp, of course, and then the special detachment is garrisoned in a commander's RAF bunker. Well, the flyboys weren't using it, so why not? Steer well clear of both of those spots. I'll mark them for you. There I am. One of the heroic squaddies sent to sort out this whole palaver. You can see how well that turned out. Soldiering ain't so noble around here anymore. Not in a place like this. So, I just make life a bit more bearable for people. Bit of buying and selling never hurt no one, did it? I'm bloody sure the captain knows exactly what I'm up to here. But it helps in its way, and it's good for morale, so he turns a blind eye. Nobody seems to care if I don't turn up for Reveille. And to be honest with you, that's a relief. Some of the stuff the captain has me mates do. Well, you got fellas strung up in Nuremberg, if you catch me drift. See you around, chum.
Bloody ungrateful swine. Sarge! Look, visitor.
Well. Just look what the cat dragged in. Pay attention. This village is under military occupation per the quarantine protocol. You're new round here, eh? Which means you're free to enter. Just keep your nose clean, all right? What are you gaping at? Like I said, you're free to enter the village. Move on. Just like that. Captain's orders. He says any stranger might be important, so he just send any like you his way. Unless you're an outlaw, of course. Or worse. I reckon he'd be keen to see you right away. Last I heard, Captain Sims was down by the bandstand. Present yourself to him toot sweet, if you know what's good for you.
Well, if you just let Should I shoot him, Sarge? The outlaws around
You should
here.
not.
We can get rid of them. No, Sarge.
There we go then. Outlaws we shoot, strangers we let in. Captain's orders.
You are reminded limits prior to demolition. Trespass is a serious offense.
Leave tomorrow if you One more civvy gives me cheek and I'll top the bastard. Orders be blown. Hands away from anyone.
See that big metal bugger? I could have it. I could.
Steady on, George. It's got guns on it, you know.
Stamping it out like it owns.
Frit of them robots. They won't try the luck here while we've got that.
You what? Roberts frit of them Roberts. A little early robbers. You're not making any sense here, Michael.
You've had enough. Don't know what Alf's putting in his beer these days, but it's got a proper kick. Anyway, you stay away from them machine men, alright? Won't bother you if you don't bother them.
I could take it, Mike. I could.
No, you couldn't, George. Stop being daft.
Citizens of Wyndham, volunteers are required for work details on S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Work out to help out.
Watch your step. One more civvy gives me cheek and I'll
start it again tomorrow.
Not sure about you.
Good day. You'll forgive me if I'm less than cordial on first acquaintances, I'm sure. New faces often mean trouble. And yet, they may bring new opportunities, too. Tell me, where have you come from? If you've wandered out there and survived, then you're doing better than most. But I'm sure there's more to you than that, eh? In case it wasn't made clear to you on the way in, Wyndham is under the protection of the protocol. You are permitted to move freely through the village, for now at least. Consider it a gesture of goodwill. I hope it'll be reciprocated. But don't go causing any trouble here, is that clear? And if trouble finds you, make sure you report it, post-haste. Now, there are certain things I like to discuss with new faces such as you. I would hope a stranger like you can provide me with some information. All in good time. First, you need to make yourself useful to me. I want to know where you came from. I want to know what you can tell me about the outside. Trust me, you will be much better off aiding protocol than crossing us. Be under no illusions. We must eradicate the corruption that festers here before there is any hope of leaving this blasted place. If we were to work together, you and I, perhaps we might make some progress towards such an outcome. But step out of line, and I will revoke your liberties here just as quickly as they were given. So I ask again, did you come from the outside? What do you know? Well, this is disappointing. I was hoping you'd have something you were willing to share. We imprison strangers at the first whiff of trouble, but you can keep your liberties for now. I trust that will be more conducive to a timely recollection of your origins. In the meantime, be wary of this place. Do not be tempted to engage with any of the pagan sentiments some of the locals may try to foist on you. Such beliefs are dangerous and forbidden. Do I make myself clear? And if you still wish to have protocol's aid, you'll just have to make yourself useful to me in other ways. The civilians in this village are a shady lot. Resistant to discipline and up to no good. I'm sure of it. We can hardly get the time of day out of them. But you're an outsider. They may not trust you exactly, but nor are they immediately suspicious of you. Sniff around. Keep your ears open. If you find anything I should know, come to me with it. If you want somewhere to start, well, we've had our eyes on Iris, the baker. I could send a patrol in, of course, but a softer approach might prove more efficacious. That is a very dangerous word to be bandying about. I suggest you forget you've ever heard it. Whatever evil the scientists had hidden in there, it has wrought havoc on this place. So no one goes near the substation, understood? Anyone trespassing there will be shot.
Well, who are you? I don't know you. You're not with the soldiers, are you? I run a lawful place here. Stick to every word of the protocol here, I do. Oh? Well, not that there's anything wrong with it if you did, it's just... Well, never mind. Now let me know if you're looking to buy something. Oh, well, they get into everybody's business, bunch of busybodies digging around until they find all your secrets. But I've got nothing to hide, nothing at all. I haven't. My, well, that's good to know. But I can hardly trust a stranger, can I? I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. I've got plenty. There. Pleasure doing business with you. People come here to barter all the time. Might have new things for you if you call back now and again. Bye now.
State of this place. Leave tomorrow if we could.
Citizens of Wyndham, pagan practices of any kind are strictly forbidden. Any breach of this regulation is punishable by...
I'll leave you. Get through the wall. Somehow. Don't know how yet. One day.
I hope I get on the foraging party again this week. Anything to get me out of this miserable dump for a couple of days.
I'll finish my book today, I think. Start it again tomorrow. Those thieving bastards without teaching a lesson.
One more civvy gives me cheek and I'll top them.
Do as you're told.
Orders be blowed. Keep your nose.
Stop that! Stop that this minute! Did you want something? What? You know that he's... Doesn't really matter how you know, does it? Look, I'll talk, but only to show you I'm doing nothing wrong. You have to keep quiet about this, please. Me husband, Philip, he went off exploring with one of his pals. Bloody fools, the pair of them. He said they were poking around in an old bunker and walked into a cloud of funny glowing spores or something. And he told me he started hearing voices. He says the voices hurt him. Whatever it was, it made him awful ill. It's not getting any better. Just a bit worse every day. Not exactly. I just know he called it the interchange. Oh, and he said something about the substation behind the pub, though that's off limits to us. The soldiers will string you up for anything these days, and my husband was exploring where they don't like you to explore. That captain of the protocol, he says what the boffins buried here plays merry hell with people's minds. Turns them into something not human. Not that any of that happened to my Philip. He's ill, that's all. I just know what the soldiers would do if they found him. You know, we've had one mite of luck. Came by a special tonic, which does something to settle the voices in his head and keep the infection down. At least, while we can get it, it does. But look, what's your interest in all this? I'm sorry, but I don't have any of the tonic left. I know where you can get some, though. There's a lady, calls herself Mother Jago, out in Casterfell Woods. Brews the tonic to her own recipe. She lives out by the old mine. I can mark on the map where to find her. And listen, I hate to ask, but could I trouble you to get us some of the tonic? Just a single bottle. We're almost run out. Bless you, thank you. Bye now. Stop that!
Remember that your village is one of the zone. Keep it that way. Be normal.
Report anything suspicious you find, and we can see about perhaps coming to terms, you and I. Yes, what is it? Infected? You mean to say contaminated by that vile blue muck? And she would keep him hidden and endanger the whole village? Good Lord. A grisly situation. Thank you for dealing with it. Who knows what damage he might have caused had he escaped. Now do you see why this place is under military discipline? I fought rebels in the Malayan jungle, and let me tell you, that was positively genteel in comparison to this wretched village. You can hardly call them English hereabouts anymore. Something in the land here is corrupting them all. You've done the right thing coming to me. It's vital this sort of thing's nipped in the bud before it spreads. Straight to the point. Very good. I'm willing to extend the hand of friendship to you, which would include giving you access to our camp at S.T.A.L.K.E.R. With us on the same side, if a chance for leaving this zone comes, I can promise you a good chance of seeing the outside. To be blunt, as a stranger, you're in a perfect position to help me with a delicate matter. We recently arrested a certain Dr. Garrow, one of the scientists from the research site. She contrived to escape the zone before the walls went up, but rather unexpectedly returned as part of a military convoy. More fool her. Dr. Garrow is dangerous, very clever, and egotistical enough to believe herself a magnitude cleverer yet. She's refused to tell us anything, and I refuse to stoop to Gestapo methods to force her. But a new face like yours, well, perhaps she'll talk to a stranger who plainly isn't beholden to the protocol. Ideally not. She's a willful one, our Dr. Garrow, and responds badly to demands. Show some finesse if you can. Be friendly, helpful. Shower her with blandishments. Whatever you need to get her to talk. When Garrow arrived, she demonstrated an ability to meddle with the barred machinery we've commandeered. Specifically, she disabled our camp's automatic security system and began to poke around where she wasn't welcome. It was an hour before we found her, trying to get access to one of the old barred bunkers. Who knows what damage she might have caused had she found a way inside. She left us no choice but to take her into custody, isolated in solitary confinement, where she can't play her tricks. My men claim she muttered some incantation, and that caused the gun turrets to shut off. I don't believe in such nonsense as magic, but when she was captured, all they found on her was a broken radio. And now I don't know what to think. So you see, I need to know how she did it. What trick she uses to disable our machines. Yes, though I would advise you against doing anything unsanctioned. My men will kill you in an instant if you attempt any silly shenanigans. Here, this pass will give you free passage throughout the S.T.A.L.K.E.R camp. The soldiers on guard will allow you into the prison section, too, all the way to Garrow's cell. Learn what you can and return here. Be sure to report to me in person. But be warned, one hint of betrayal, and that pass will not save you. I hope I make myself clear.
Citizens of Wyndham, volunteers required
Fancy hiding a freak like that in your bedroom, I ask you.
It were husband, mate.
Not once he'd changed, he wasn't. Then he was just a liability. She should have let us torch him, soon as he started to turn.
Not sure about you.
Not sure I like the look of you.